everybody, so thanks for joining me again. This is the Red Silk CorsetVest from Ms. Martha's Corset Shop in size medium. So here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. So for the length and the fit of this, the center front here from basically where the bust starts down to this little peak right there is about 15 inches. However, the bones don't go right down to the peak, so you can still sit down quite comfortably. Now you can see that this actually has an extremely curvy figure right here, and so I don't feel absolutely any pinching on my ribs or my hips. However, you'll notice that because it's a bit of an overbust corset and I have a little bit of back fat, it does tend to come together a little bit in the back there. However, if you have somebody to help you tie yourself up and they can push over the Modesty panel a little bit for you, then that should minimize the back cleavage a little bit.
Alright, so this is what the corset vest looks like lying flat. I absolutely adore this collar and the lapels here. You can wear it down like this, or you can actually pop it up if you're feeling a little sassy, or if you really wanted to, you could actually take these lapels and fold them over completely and just secure it with a frog clip or something, and it will give you an effect that looks sort of like a mandarin collar. In terms of the material, this has actually 3 layers in it. So the outside here, this is the outer red silk, which is quite sturdy in itself. This is absolutely no wimpy silk here. This has a great stiff hand to it. And you can also get this in many different colors, like all black silk. You can also get it in turquoise, pink, purple, green, blue, quite a lot of options. So you're not limited just to the red. Inside, there's a sturdy interlining in between the liner and the outside silk here. And on the inside, very inside, you can see there is a black cotton lining here. For the construction, you can see here, if I put it on its side, it's actually only made of 4 panels. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. But despite the fact that it has 4 panels in it, it's actually quite curvaceous and it's really smooth on my body. I always said that I preferred having more panels because it gives you a bit more customization for the curves and everything, but this actually has a really nice design to it despite not having that many panels to it. So it's 8 panels in all, 4 on each side. So the silk here and the interlining fabric, that's the fabric between the silk and the inner liner, those are flat lined together, and then the separate panels are faux flat felled. So that's how the actual panels were constructed together, and you could see the top stitching here and the other top stitching there, which actually doubles as a boning channel. So this was constructed quite well. I don't see any wear and tear on it. I don't even think it's stretched that much, to tell you the truth. And on the inside here, the liner is actually a floating liner, so I could actually pick it up here, and I find it quite comfortable. I do not feel or see a waist tape in this corset, and Ms. Martha says that her corsets are really only designed to give you about a 2-inch reduction in the waist. I found that I've been able to get up to a 4-inch reduction in this corset. However, it's not guaranteed to do that. It's not guaranteed for any sort of daily waist training or extreme tight lacing or anything like that, so I just wanted to let you know. Here is the bottom of the corset, and you can see that this corset is actually quite unique in that it does not have any binding on the top or bottom. So you can see around the collar here, you can see around the top edge, you can see no binding. And what they did instead was they just took the edges of the fabric and they folded it under itself and just top stitched it. So it's actually neat on the outside and on the inside here, but still doesn't have any binding. So here's the Modesty panel or lacing protector, and you can see it has 3 layers in it as well, the outer silk interlining and the inner lining here. And it has a vertical bone running through it here, which keeps it fairly straight. However, I still find that it wrinkles a bit, so I keep on having to pull it when I'm tightening it up. However, it is a really nice wide Modesty panel. It's a little over 7 inches wide here. So I find that even on days that I'm feeling, you know, not so small and I have to lace a little bit looser, then it's fine because I still don't have any skin showing in the back. And also on the front here, beside the knob side of the busk, you can see that it has a little Modesty placket. So what that does, it prevents your skin from being pinched, and also prevents any skin or cloth from showing through underneath the corset in the front here. And on the front here, you can see that there is a rather long, heavy-duty busk. It's 1 inch wide on each side and 13 inches long. So if you have a shorter torso, then this might feel a little bit long to you. If you have an average or longer torso, this will be absolutely gorgeous on you. So you can see it's heavy-duty. It's quite a bit sturdier than your average flexible busk. For bones, there are 16 bones total in this corset, not including the busk. So it's actually double boned on each seam of the panels. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spiral steel bones in there, about 1/4 inch wide. And then on either side of the grommets, there are 2 very sturdy flat steel bones. And I would say the flat steels on the back, they are as sturdy, if not sturdier, than the busk. So this will give you a very straight posture. Here's a close-up of the grommets. There are 24 2-part size 0 grommets. They are extremely sturdy, no fraying or popping, and they also have a very large lip around the hole. So even if the material had frayed, it would truly have to be a huge hole for the grommets to be able to fall out. You can see that there are a couple splits in a few of these grommets. However, I find that they do not catch on the laces, so it's not a huge con for me. And the laces here, they're flat nylon braided laces. They're extremely strong. You can see in my hand, they seem a little bit fat, but it means that I can grab them pretty easily, and they seem to slide to the grommets fairly well. They have a bit of spring to it, but it is very difficult to break, unlike some cotton laces, so I actually really like these laces.
The price for this corset is $225 US, and now for the bust test. So this corset has a 4 out of 4 on the bust test, as you can see. I did have a little bit trouble with the 4th part of the bust test when I was bending over, just because this is very, very sturdy, has a very straight busk here, but I actually consider that a pro because a busk is not supposed to bend with you. I really cannot say enough good things about how supported and how covered and secure I feel in this corset. I would probably say that this is the most supported I've felt in any overbust corset. I feel very secure. I don't feel that I'm going to ever pop out, really. So that's all for this corset review. Thank you for joining me. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.